Alright, back with another video. um, yeah, I guess the title of this video gonna be I don't know. I'm just gonna start talking and flowing with it. But I've been noticing. Me and my wife was talking. You know what I'm saying, and we was noticing how high rent is starting to get. Which we already knew rent was high, but it's starting to get like stupid high. You know, I think a guy I went to school with, I don't know if it's his property or a friend of his or a brother, whatever, and they was like renting out a property in Baytown area. I was looking to buy a house, whatever, but I didn't because it's close. I was thinking about it because it was close to the Exxon plant, but I was like, nah, I don't, that had me worried, like, man, what if cancer and all this other stuff in the water? So I like, nah. So I ended up moving where I moved. And then I was worried about flooding, so I ended up moving where I moved. But we did see like two houses that we really did want to buy that was real nice for like a decent price. I'm glad we didn't get it because the amount we paying right now, I can only imagine how much we've been paying if we would have got that. But anyway, the guy was wanting $2,000 a month. Just, you know what I'm saying? Plus all the other stuff, deposit, XYZ, but they don't cover lights and gas and all this, so that's $2,000. And then like a week after that, this second property I seen was a real nice house. It was one of the houses that be in the community. I don't know if it was HOA or not. It most likely was for how much money they wanted. It was real nice. It was black, but it was like one of the community houses, but it was black, like a dark color, like a mocha. I think that's the darkest brown I can think of, like a mocha or something like that. Real nice. They wanted $2,600 for it. I was like, man, you might as well go ahead and buy the house. You probably be paying that same amount. You might as well just buy the house instead of renting it from somebody for $2,600. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. And then, my sister-in-law, she pays $2,500. And we just like, man, this is what I was trying to avoid. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because last week I seen that Warren Buffett, he doing a real estate thing. He spent like $1 billion to buy real estate. And I'm not mistaken, Warren Buffett retired from or stepped down. If comment down below if I'm wrong or not. But I think he retired or stepped down from being the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. I'm not 100% sure, or he plans to, but I know something like that happened. But so he's retiring from that. But so I'm thinking, okay, he finna sit down and chill. Like, okay, I'm getting toward the end of my days. I'm finna go ahead and sit down. But he like making money, so I guess he's seeing that the new game is real estate. He might have already been doing real estate, but man, spending $1 billion on real estate is gonna raise flags to everybody, even people that are into stocks and all that. They know who Warren Buffett is. Everybody know who Warren Buffett is. You know what I'm saying? I knew the name Warren Buffett when I was like still in high school or middle school, like that. Like I had heard it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody always quotes it. You know what I'm saying? The buy low, sell high thing. Everybody says that. Even though he probably didn't the original come up with it, all that, but you know what I'm saying? That's the name of the game. So and then the Coca-Cola thing. He bought Coca-Cola when everybody thought Coca-Cola was over with. He bought at the very, very, very bottom, and he done had that stock ever since. But anyway, him buying a real estate raises flags for anybody. Like, oh, he you know what I'm saying, what's the move? And the same move is that seem like truck drivers and everybody been talking about is that, and seeing with I think, is it Blackwell, been buying all the real estate. He knows something that's coming. You know what I'm saying? When the stock market at the beginning of the year went down, he had already sold his in November. He knew something was coming. So, everybody's saying that people want us to rent forever and blase. Because I was able to get my home extra cheap. So spending $1 billion and getting homes for $250,000 and tearing them down and building high-rise apartments. like it's all coming full circle. Because like even my wife was saying the last couple of days before we were talking about, like, man, this apartment real nice. She was telling our kids and her niece, like, the reason why the apartments are going straight up is because so many people moving to Houston, and instead of spreading out, they need to go up. So, you know, if y'all watching this and noticing, like, man, y'all gonna watch this video and notice, like, man, instead of apartments being 1 or 2 stories, now they're starting to be 3, 4 stories or higher. You know, the apartment my auntie lived in before she moved out was, I think, 3 story, if I'm not mistaken. You know, like, these apartments are going, they're more expensive, and they're going higher and higher up. The floors real thin. You know, the problem my auntie had was, like, whenever, like, the kids will barely make a bump, the lady from downstairs will, you know, get the little broom and beat on the thing. I heard it one time. I barely like stomped by accident, or my kids stomped by accident. Lady start beating. I'm like, what the hell is that? She's like, that's the neighbor, or the downstairs neighbor. She beating her because she hear all this noise and blah blah blah. I'm like, man, I can't live like that. That's one of the reasons why I ended up getting the house. I was tired of renting, because like the last problem we had, you know, I think I might have said on one of the videos, like when we was like at nighttime, the lady be on the other side of the fucking wall, talking, laughing and everything. At 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, maybe she worked night shift or something, but it seemed like she never worked. So yeah, so she'd be up all night just laughing and hee-hawing on the phone. We could hear, like, it's like this curtain right here. That's how thin it felt like it was. So that, you know, that was, and we was paying like $1,400 for that. $1,400 to deal with that. So I know I'm getting off topic, but I'm just talking about renting and all the bad things about renting, to get y'all to see that renting is bad, and people need to get a house and own a house. It might be scary to try to. It's scary at first to get a house, you know. So, because even me going in the process of getting a house, I was kind of like nervous and scared, but it's been kind of fun, you know. Saying repairing the house. Some of the bills, not, you know, the major things that I can't do myself. That's kind of scary. But if you know somebody or know somebody that knows somebody, it could be affordable. You gonna have your pros and cons with it for getting a cheaper price, but it's worth it. So basically, I feel like the elites, their thing is to buy all of cheap real estate, tear it down, and build apartments or houses and rent, and make everybody rent for life. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all been hearing that and thinking like, oh, you just repeating what everybody else been saying about renting for life and ownership or not owning nothing. It's a real thing, because, you know, people thinking AI, you know, well, people think AI finna take over a lot of jobs, what they wish they have. It's like everything's just, it's right in our face, and we're not noticing it. We're not trying to grasp onto it. We trying to pretend like it's not there, and we're supporting it without knowing that we're supporting it. You know what I'm saying? We want everything to be so much easier, but everything comes with a cost. And like I tell my kids all the time, nothing in this world is free. You know what I'm saying? This AI stuff, yeah, you got to pay for the faster version, but, you know what I'm saying, the reason why they give it to us free to use is because they want information, and most likely the AI is learning from everybody doing it. It's just learning and learning and learning. So it's crazy. But the whole thing is, Warren Buffett buying all this real estate or getting into real estate is a sign of the times, I guess. He getting with the times and knowing that maybe he know real estate finna boom again. I don't know. Maybe he not trying to control everything. Maybe he just know that real estate finna boom again, so I'm finna buy as much real estate as I can. He know that interest rates finna come down, so everybody finna buy houses, and he just want to be the one. Because I don't know if he got like a real estate company. Because like I said, I bought my house from a business. I didn't buy my house from a person. I bought my house from basically like a Blackwell. I don't know exactly what company it was, but I bought my house from a company. because they fixed the house, but they never seen the house. They fixed every little thing to make a person want to rent the house, but everybody's so bougie, they didn't rent the house. Everybody wants the house in the community, the house that you could put on social media. My house is not one of those houses, but it's a real nice house. It's a nice starter home. But yes, so they painted it, put a new AC system in. They didn't update the plumbing, so I'm not having plumbing problem issues or anything like that. But I had to end up having a leak that I had to go home and fix, not inside the house but outside the house. But it's connected to my main water line. I was able to do like a patchwork, but when I go home for my 5 days, me and my wife gonna fix it. They didn't fix the roof. When I looked on Zillow, I'm talking a long time because y'all not gonna look this tall. I might make a part 2.